Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Can you guys hear me all good? You guys hear me all good? Let me just fix the sound here, guys. So I'm on my Mac here this morning, guys. I turned on my PC this morning, and my PC has just died on me. Yeah, my PC just stopped working. Every time I turn on, it just absolutely crashes. So you guys can hear me all good now? You guys can hear me all good? So yeah, I'm on my PC, sorry, on my Mac, so I don't have a mouse, so it's a little bit difficult to draw just using this trackpad. So bear with me, guys. I'm just trying to get this set up. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Audio and video good, awesome. Thank you, Bruno. Welcome back, everyone. If any guys are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. Been trading for the past 8 years and mainly focus on gold futures here in the European session. So good to be back on with you guys. Good to be back on. Let me just move things around for a second. So yeah, I'm going to be using the today's drawing should be good. Yeah, going to be using the trackpad here. It's annoying. I don't have a mouse. My mouse is USB, but for some reason there's no USB ports on a Mac. So yeah, I'm just yeah, the logo is known to be a beast. Yeah, it is. It's. I look at it right now. It's like every time I fire up OBS, it just shuts down the whole entire laptop and just stops working. It's crazy. Yeah, it's the market makers trying to get us. It's the market's trying to get us. It's a great laptop. It literally, like I said, it was literally fine last night. I turned on this morning. It just, no, doesn't want to work today. But we're here. Luckily, I have a backup, so we're all good. Let's have a look here, guys. It is Friday, final trading week, final trading day of the week. Gold had a nice recovery here in Asia. You had a decent sell-off yesterday on gold. Nice daily breakout. But you're right back up here in Asia. So let's just let's have a look at the news. See what we got for coming up today. What do we have? Where are we? In terms of what was it? There's supposed to be talks today about the war, right? What do we have? So you got consumer sentiment, 10 p.m. Shouldn't really 10 p.m. not going to do that much. HP, yeah. In terms of what we had overnight, Tram on pause on Iran energy strikes. When was that? That was 10 hours ago, 11 hours ago. So the last piece of news that we can see here. Let me just have a quick look at Investing Live to see what we have for the day. Main events for the day. Let's have a look here. So yeah, we got some nice. We do have some nice upside targets on gold. There could be some potential gold buys. You did just have that candle close back below that 4,450 level, so potential fake out buys. You have some very nice liquidity targets here. You also have very nice targets on gold back up into that 76 level. The main thing with gold is yesterday did close pretty bearish. Today's going to be a very big day today. What do we have? So let's have a look here. What do we have? So a lot may hinge. This is for the European session on whether the US-Iran conflict is resolved by then. Right now, markets are pricing in about 74% chance of rate hike in April. That's the European session. Going to the American session, what do we have? Let's see here. Late yesterday, Trump extended the ceasefire through till April the 6th, right as major equity indices were on the verge of breaking to new monthly lows and treasury yields were pushing towards fresh highs. He claimed that Iran requested the extension through the Iranian officials, though the Iranian officials denied it. It looks like another attempt to jawbone the markets, but this time it didn't have the same impact as earlier in the week. So it says here, at this point, traders are more inclined to hedge into the weekend risk than trusting Trump's words. So people have gone from reacting to everything Trump's saying to now all of a sudden just no longer trusting what Trump says, which is crazy because you saw NQ and stocks have a major sell-off yesterday. Stocks are at huge levels right now. If we look at this higher time frame here for a second, look at this. Huge sell-off. Markets have been now, from the highest point, I think we're down, what, 10%-ish, I believe? From the highs back here in October down to, yeah, down 11.8%. Sorry, 11.38%, which is a very decent move. NQ is coming into some major levels. Huge breakout yesterday. You could see NQ come down to very likely some new lows here today. Some new lows here. So that's what we have today. Nothing too much has happened overnight. Obviously, you can't trust Trump yet. True. Silver closed. Silver 1 hour closed above previous swing. Gold yet to do so. Diverging on top of gold. Yeah, let's have a look. So yesterday on gold here, I'm leaning over, guys. I don't have a mouse. I haven't not had a mouse in a long time. But you could see here yesterday we had that decent breakout. We closed back below 4,500, back below 4,450, and right back below 4,400 as well. And we had a pretty strong breakout. Like gold was down 4.2% yesterday. However, coming into the markets today, we are straight back up. So here in Asia, you know, gold's already up. What's this? Almost 1,000 ticks, which is a very decent move. So bearish closure yesterday, already back up today for a very strong top wick. So the question is, are we going to continue selling off from here and come down to create a new low? Or are we going to come for a potential new high? You know, if we look at this higher time frame, given the fact that yesterday sold off so much, I mean, it makes more sense to continue rolling over. However, this is a very decent recovery that I wouldn't want to short against. I wouldn't want to short against yet anyway. Look at that nice 4-hour morning star play there on gold. Tagged lows, held support. Nice run up here in Asia. I probably wouldn't have taken that buy even if I was trading Asia because I wasn't expecting longs today. But what we can see here on gold is there is the potential to come down for a bit of an inverse head and shoulders play before maybe you come back up and liquidate these highs here, back up at 4,480-ish. So could you get some intraday shorts to come back down to retest, let's say, that 4,420 level? I mean, it's looking likely right now. You're throwing some nice wick rejections to the highs, failed to close back above 4,450, and now you're starting to squeeze lower. So there may be intraday shorts on gold before maybe you get longs into the New York session. I think a nice retracement here on gold would make the most sense. I wouldn't really want to be a buyer this high. And if we break down, cool, there may be an opportunity to short. I did also, you guys who are wondering, I did also ask the Topstep team yesterday if we can in the future jump on 30 minutes earlier so we can be on for the open of this candle. So hopefully I'll have an answer from the team soon if that's something that we can do. Because like I said, I think it would be much more helpful if we could jump on at the open of this hour so we can get trades. And there was no, trades here at this current open, but I think there was some great positions yesterday. Speaking of which, you guys who were here yesterday, remember how I said yesterday I took a loss yesterday purely based on just poor trade location. But remember how we said yesterday, breaking up every now and again? Really? You guys on Zoom are breaking up? Not bad for me. Is it breaking up for anyone else? All good, yeah. I think you might be Glenn. I think that might be you, Glenn. Aaron, thank you so much for the free course. It's very educational, informative. Glad to hear. That's what we like to hear. Glad you were able to tune in. Okay, must have. You must have, Glenn. But yeah, you guys who were here yesterday, remember we spoke about how down here I didn't want to be a seller on gold. Remember how I said all morning long, down here I do not want to be a seller. And look how you range for pretty much the whole entire session. Before that, you did end up pulling back, and then you finally got that short. And that's what we were saying in the London session. I was like, if I want to get short on gold, I want to get short retested this level or a retest of VWAP. Well, there was actually really nice buys up into that VWAP level for about 450 ticks, which ended up being a very nice retracement. Let me just get rid of this. The mail's popping off here. So great buys up before then into the New York session. You had that nice sell-off. So although there wasn't many trades in London yesterday, at least we didn't FOMO into them shorts, because that's the short I said that I don't want to take. I think a lot of people would have been trapped in that. And that's where I was saying I exactly don't want to sell gold down here. If we want to sell gold, we want to sell gold at nice resistance and liquidity levels. So if you wanted to short gold yesterday, it was above these highs. Once you wick the highs, held resistance, maybe you short it here at 4 p.m. Once this hourly closes back below, that ended up being a great short. Great short. I took like a minus $2,400 loss yesterday, which I will break down into a whole entire video as well. Again, it was nothing to do with my idea. It was just the timing of the trade. Yeah, pretty sure, yes, gold rollover today. Yes, I believe it is, yeah. Or is it Monday? Yeah, rolled over on Monday. Yeah, Trump negotiating with himself. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Did anyone take these shorts into New York session? I personally didn't, but this ended up being a nice tag. The highs broke back into the range, ended up selling off nicely. You also hadn't grabbed any of the downside here before this push up, which is why I didn't really get to maximize these longs. Yeah, it's all fine for everyone else. Yep, it's all fine for everyone else, man. Yeah, right, same as yeah, cool. So potential gold shorts coming into this London Open, guys. I don't really want to short just yet, but you are leaving some nice wick rejections to the highs. With that being said, though, this is still big support here. So if we do short, I would be open to managing much more aggressively. Look at what we haven't done here for any of this push down. Look how we've never really liquidated any highs or lows. And what do we know that gold loves to do before a move up? Comes down, tags the lows, and then you have that move. When you haven't tagged any of the highs before selling off, at any point, gold can come up for that steep liquidity grab, which, to be honest, is the buys that I would like to take advantage of, because you have a very nice double top sitting above here at that 77 up into 80 level. So if we don't grab any highs, London Open just squeezes lower, then maybe we just look to long up into this double top. We'll see. There could be some nice trades there, but remember, guys, it's very likely, same as yesterday, going to be more of a range play kind of day. I'm not going to look to take any sort of huge breakout trades today. It'll be very likely a range play. News is all over the place. I've very rarely traded my funded accounts this week, purely because there's just so much going on in the markets that to me it's been very hard to call. I traded personal yesterday, and like I say, I lost 2,500 trading yesterday on my personal. Held it for hours. Nice. Look at that. Good hold, man. Good hold. That's what we like to see. Held it for hours. Good job. Yeah, can bump the mic up. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, it's quite low. Yep. Let me see. Is that better? I think that's a little bit better. That's the max it can go. Why is it so... why does it look so quiet? Is that better? Let me just see. Yeah, I think that's the maximum it can go for some reason, which is surprising. Yeah, there should be. Let me know if that's all good, Bruno. Yeah, let's have a look at silver. So we got gold. Ideally, I would want to buy gold, but if there's a potential intraday short call, we'll take it. I think what's going to paint the picture here on gold is all depending on this hourly close. Cool, man. Cool. Let's have a look. Silver daily time frame is also. This is kind of getting pretty aggressive here. Like, you wick the highs, held resistance. You sold off yesterday, which was a great call. You know, again, here's a good. This is why a daily time frame is so important. You come onto the charts here, which is the 24th. That was what, Tuesday, I believe. Let me have a look. 24th Tuesday. You come onto the charts on the 24th. Previous day tag lows, close bullish. Easy bullish bias. Come onto the charts on Wednesday. You're also buying up. When you see Wednesday wick the highs, hold resistance, what are you doing? Come into charts on Thursday. You're shorting. But now that you're tagging the lows, you're also tagging the highs, and you're right back in the middle. This is the day where you want to be more careful. But if you were able to understand this daily time frame, you would have maximized Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you know, buying here, selling here. Coming into Friday, you're right in the middle of the range. Right in the middle of the range. Hey, Aaron, can you tell us why and when you went long yesterday? Was looking for that but couldn't find an entry. Yeah, I'll break it down to a whole entire video that I will post this weekend, man. I'll break down to a whole entire video. I'll break it down for you. Can you please explain why you'd be looking for longs today? You just got a nice double top. You haven't liquidated any of the highs. I'm not looking for a huge rip high. I'm just looking for just a pull back into this double top. Daily did close bearish, but you're still closing bearish at support. But the only reason I'm looking for longs is because this daily has bounced so much. But the daily bias is pretty unconfirmed right now, to be honest. You're in a bit of a range. The daily bias is a little bit messy here on gold. Well, you got huge support here. You have huge resistance here. But my longs is just a intraday trade. I'm not looking for a huge big breakout. Although I do believe gold can have that, but that's not really what I'm looking for. The reason I'm looking for longs is you have perfect double top. If gold's going to have a sell-off and you're going to follow the bearish daily bias, well, what are we very likely going to do? We're very likely going to come up, tag the highs, and then potentially sell off. But if we haven't done this part of the move, then that's the move that I want to be taking advantage of. And like I say, that as a range is 325 ticks. If I want to sell gold, I would need to see a lot of price action to want to sell gold. Why? Because from the lows to the highs, we're up over 1,000 ticks, which is very, very, very big. Very, very big. So if I want to sell gold, I would need to see a strong breakout of VWAP. But to be honest, I would like to follow this nice buying move in Asia, just to come up and grab some highs. Just to come up and grab some highs on Goldie. That's what we're looking for. Silver, like I say, silver is, you're in the range right now. You're right in the middle of it. Like I say, great selling yesterday, easy shorts, great buys on Tuesday that we called as well. Doji close, kind of happened in Asia. So great sales yesterday, great buys here on Tuesday. Here, I don't really know what's going to happen here on silver. Nice thing about silver is you are above the highs that gold hasn't yet grabbed. So could that be the liquidity grab? For instance, if this was gold right now, you tagged the highs. This is where I'd be getting short. This is where I'd be getting short because you came up, you tagged the highs. And I'd be looking to potentially see silver come back down to like 66s. But with that being said, the daily time frame is in a massive range. However, look at this. You do have this big resistance here, though. Big, big, big resistance. The only thing is, like I said, this is the same as gold. This is a strong push higher. This to me isn't a pullback. This is like a strong breakout. What would kind of want me to short silver? I'd want to see probably this hourly close in 7 minutes. If you get back below, let's say 69.4, then you may have a bit of a short. But I wouldn't want to be selling against this move up. Like I say, this is the same as gold. This is a very nice move up. How much are we from the lows? How much is this? It's a very, very decent move. Very, very decent move. NQ shaping up short play. Nice. We'll have a look. Let's have a look. Did you guys trading Asia get any trades in Asia today? You guys are trading Asia. Did you get any? Was there any trades in Asia? Short and silver. Nice, nice. Yeah, shorts made the most sense. Absolutely made the most sense. Until this move happens, shorts made sense. Where did you get short from? Where did you get short from? Came back up for break even. Good break even. Good break even. On the 30-minute, let's have a look. You got short on the 30-minute. Oh, did you? I know. If you guys took this one, you guys take this short here. Yeah, look at that. Can spot it before you even tell me. Look at that. That's amazing. Yeah, that was a great short. Why? Bearish daily bias. Tag the highs and close bearish. So you'd be shorting silver here, all the way back down into these lows down here. Once it closed bearish, close straight back above, you probably take the loss right there. That was a very nice first short. Good job. If you took that short, that's our plan. So whether it worked or not, that's a great short. Hit the highs, close bearish. Nice daily breakout. Fantastic short. Win or loss, that's a great short. So good job if you took that trade. I like that trade. I like that trade. Sat on my hands, not giving back profits on a Friday. Yep. I mean, smart call with the news that we got coming out today as well. Goldie's still squeezing lower here, guys. Let's have a look at NQ. Again, NQs are these markets are pretty crazy this week, guys. Like I said, you guys have seen me trading combines here pretty much all week just because I don't like the look of the markets. And to be honest, it's paid. I can't do it anymore, Bruno, for some reason. For some reason, that showed the maximum that I can do it. I don't know why. Yeah, for some reason, that's the maximum I can put it up. I don't know why. Let me see if I can change anything here. Is it too quiet on YouTube? Let me see if I can change it. Let me see if I can change it. I'm not sure why. Unless I can change here on the computer. Is that better? Hello, hello? No, I don't think it makes a difference. Yeah, these Macs aren't very good. I need my Windows PC back. Unfortunately, that's the maximum I can put up here in OBS for some reason, man. I'm not too sure why. No, the news, the ranges, everything. It's too volatile. 1 minute war's off, next minute war's on. It's absolutely all over the place. Big swings in the market. To me, it's too risky trade funded. Is that all right? But is it too quiet? He well and has been. Yeah, it's the maximum I can turn it up for some reason. I'm not too sure why it's quiet here on my Mac. That's the maximum I can put it up, unfortunately. So down below here, this is where gold gets interesting for potential longs, guys. I would like to see some potential longs down here on gold to come up for another leg higher. You're below a lot of hourly lows. You're coming into some nice support here to the left. We do have this hourly close coming in about 4 minutes here, though. We're about to close bearish. We're about to close bearish right back below 4,450. So I think we may get some sells in gold for London. But like I say, the sells are tough because ideally I want to be buying into this double top. But if we close bearish, it's the only real thing I can see for that 8 a.m. candle. Let's have a look at NQ. You guys looking at NQ? Let me see. So obviously you had a great breakout yesterday. Huge bearish closure yesterday on NQ. You're right back down to the major lows of this range. You're down 2.7% yesterday. 2.7% today. Sorry, yesterday. Hourly time frame, because you're breaking back below 24,000. You do have some nice support to the left. However, I do think you will break that. Why am I just been logged out here, guys? Give me. Is my other PC firing up? Sorry, guys. It's all going on in the tech world today. I don't know what's going on here. I think my PC might be waking up, maybe? Oh, no, it's working here. There we go. There we go. Where were we? Sorry. NQ. Yeah, so decent breakout NQ. To me, there is still some room for NQ to come much lower. You know, you are hitting some nice support to the left. However, I think you'll squeeze that more. Personally, I kind of wouldn't want to be a buyer here. Yesterday you had a huge breakout of the range. Massive breakout at NQ. Although you are at nice support, for me personally, do I want to be fighting the markets or do I want to be following them? We had a huge breakout yesterday. Today's opened and instantly pushed up. So to me, this looks like a bit of a retest. And this daily could easily flip bearish and come lower. I would be looking for some shorts on NQ today, personally. I would be looking for some shorts. I would be happy to, if you do pull back, I wouldn't want to buy that pullback, personally. I'd want to continue selling. Bit of an evening style play shaping up here as well. Look at this. You wick the highs at 5 a.m., continued selling off at 6, and you'll have a nice squeeze down here at 7. Let's have a look. Lower time frame here. 30-minute trying to get back above. You have a nice trend line coming up as well. So I'll be trying to squeeze that lower. As long as NQ, we got London Open coming in about 1 minute here, guys. As long as NQ holds below like 890, personally, I'd want to be getting short. If it's a market you want to trade it, so I personally would want to be getting short there. I just want to see how this London opens here for gold as well, to see if there's some longs. But remember, the way we trade the 8 a.m. candle is all based off the previous hourly candle. Well, how are we closing? We're closing bearish with a double top sitting above. So 8 a.m. is going to be a little bit hard to read here. But ideally, I think shorts make the most sense just for a bit of a pullback. I wouldn't be looking for a huge short, just a pullback trade. When the ideal smart trade is long and you take these pullback trades, you can take them trades. but I would just manage much more aggressively with smaller size and on a combine. So let's see. Remember, guys, we do have the interview coming out with Tom today as well. I'll post that in about half an hour as well. Tom's gone from, the title is 0 to 7 payouts in 2 months. But how many are we at now, Tom? 12? 12 payouts? It was 7 at the time of the recording, which was only like last week. And now we're at what? I think 12 payouts or something? Yeah, 12 payouts with today's win. Crazy, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I will post that when we're live here as well. It's a very, 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 very good interview. Crazy, man. Crazy. From no payouts to 12 in the last 2 months. Absolutely insane. Insane. All right, let's see. London Open here, guys. Let's have a look. What are we up to here on Goldie? So you just got that decent bearish hourly breakout. You're closing back below 4,450. To me, getting short here makes the most sense. I wouldn't buy against that hourly candle closure. The only way I'd buy gold is if you get a reclosure back above 4,450. Then I would buy. And if we do get that, then fantastic. I'll react to that and we'll play that whole entire 265 tick range. But as it stands right now, 7 a.m. is just closed bearish. So looking for 8 a.m. to continue squeezing lower is the most logical thing to look at right now. Again, we are reacting to the markets based off the candle closures, not what we think. Hourly close on silver. Yeah, silver's very, very, very messy. Leave some for the rest of us, Tom. Silver's super. Why is silver much uglier than gold? Well, I guess you wick the highs bearish, tag lows bullish, bearish. Silver's in a range. I think gold makes more sense to see if we can short. Remember, ideally, my bias is buying gold, but I'll buy gold on a closure back above 4,450. So I'm trying to see if we can maybe take some shorts in the meantime. Let's see. Let's see. Market's going crazy. Yeah, markets are they're going to be very, very, very crazy here today. I'll be very cautious trading today, personally. It's been a relatively quiet week for me, to be honest. I think a lot of the good moves in these markets this week have actually they came earlier in the week. You know, there was great moves here on Tuesday. This was the real move of the week. This is the great move we call great moves Tuesday. We had nice buys pre-London, nice buys in fast markets, and huge buy here into market close. So Tuesday was a great day. Other than that, you haven't really done that much this week. You had a great sell-off in Asia. Great sell-off in Asia yesterday. Other than that, there hasn't really been huge moves. Yeah, very, very late in the day or very early in the day. Yeah, it's been moving at pretty crazy times. The nicest moves were Tuesday. But that's trading. You know, if you maximize Tuesday, then when you come onto charts today or whenever, yesterday, you don't really see that much, that's okay. We don't have to be going crazy every single day. If you maximize the good days, we got clear daily bias and clear liquidity levels, that's all that matters. Why are you up so late? Who, me? Why am I up so late? I'm not up to, it's 9 a.m. 9 a.m. for me here. You're Goldie flipping bearish on this hourly time frame. If you want to get short, you can get short on the flip of the hourly if you really want to. Personally, I'm happy to sit on my hands. I'm not a huge fan of that trade. Yes. Yeah, a lot of the moves this week have been like 7, 8 o'clock London time. That great breakout on Tuesday was at 8 o'clock London time. It was just an absolute huge move. Just such a nice book. Such a nice move. That was probably the nicest move of the week that we called perfectly. We called great buys on silver, great buys on gold. And I did maximize that move. And of that, it's not been the most exciting of weeks. I know a lot of people have been struggling this week, but for me personally, I just was happy to just trade more combines this week. Not put too much pressure on myself. Best Topstep plan to get. There's no best plan to get, man. You can get whichever one you feel is right for you. Me personally, I'm using 100s here. That's what I use to get all my payouts on Topstep, is using the 100k accounts. But remember, trading 100k accounts, it also depends on like what are you comfortable with seeing a couple of $100 gains, couple of $100 drawdowns. If not, then start small. You can still get great payouts on 50s. You can get amazing payouts on 50s. If you're brand new to trading Topstep, you can start off small, work your way up, go 150, hundreds, whichever it is that you want. There's no such thing as like a best. The different account size just give you access to more drawdown. 1 a.m. for me, nice. Late night grind, good. That's what we like to see. Yeah, 50 is good. I like the 50s. I like 50s. So you got NQ still squeezing low here, guys. I don't trade NQ, but this is looking nice for a short. Like I say, I wouldn't want to be buying NQ. Nice, that's interesting, Tom. There you go. Tom, who's taken 12 payouts this year. All of his accounts are 50s. Yep. I think 50s are good too. I think 50s are good. It's kind of feels easier to pass for some reason, even though I know it's the same in terms of the sizing that you get. But yeah, I feel like it feels easier. Yeah, 50s are good. 50s are good. You can get great payouts on both. All my pairs have been on the hundreds, but you can get 50s absolutely. So you got a nice short there coming in NQ. Why are you selling NQ? Well, is NQ going up or down? Super simple. Is NQ trading long or short? Well, it's bearish. We had a 2.3% bearish close yesterday below major levels. So you want to be shorting NQ. So you have a nice short there on NQ. Goldie, not really doing too much here. Silver's definitely off the cards for me today, guys. Silver's probably the messiest market out of all of them, which is not, you don't see too often. I really want to see if we can get potential either short on gold or, like I say, longs back above 4,450. Yeah, that's true, Sean. Yep, 100%. Yep. Yeah, that's true, Tom. Yeah, that's the thing. You'd use the same size on 100k accounts, so it makes sense to me to pass the 50. Yep. Just my thoughts. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's the thing. If you're going to trade the same size, which small size in these markets, especially on gold, is more than enough. Anyway, so yeah, just trade 50s if you want to. I want to hold a gold short into the New York session. You think we can hold this? Where are you short from? Where's your shorts? If you let me know your entries and targets and stops, etc., I can absolutely have a look. Could you hold shorts into New York session? I mean, maybe. I'm trying to understand what gold's going to do here today. I would have said earlier in the day, absolutely, we'll short for a decent breakout here today on gold. But then when I see Asia's moved up, over 1,000 ticks, I'm like, that's a pretty big move. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning. Is your strategy for stocks totally different from futures, and do you include fundamentals? Yeah, completely different. Yeah, fundamentals are very important for stocks, yes. My technical analysis for stocks is extremely basic. Extremely basics. Like major support and resistance levels and fundamentals. That's pretty much it, to be honest. I'll probably buy some more stocks today, actually. Meta was down like, I think, 8% yesterday or something crazy. Microsoft's down like 30% from all-time highs, which I'm not a huge fan of Microsoft. But other stocks, there's some great long-term opportunities out there right now. The amount of opportunities in stock, well, there's almost too many opportunities. There's so many longer-term great buying opportunities in the markets right now. Do I think it's going to be the end? This is going to be the bottom? I don't really care too much for stock plays. Is it a good level and a good company? If the answer is yes, cool, take it. If it goes down lower, fine. See if you can get some more. I do think NQ does have room to come lower. What wouldn't be too surprising on NQ on a higher time frame outlook is to come back down and retest these major highs, which is all the way back down at 23,000. That to me really wouldn't be that surprising. Let's have a look at ES as well. ES as well, where could come down into ES, could come back down into these highs here would bring you back down into 6,200, but in terms of a percent sell-off, if you get that low, then all of a sudden recessions are coming in and it could get even uglier. But that would take us down to about minus 11%. Yes, right now is from the highs down about 7-ish. NQ targets, what format? Intraday trade, longer term? Which one, man? Which one? If you're short NQ, I'd be shorting down into yesterday's low. That to me is a very logical place to short NQ. Yesterday's low is to me there's a very high chance you will grab that. I'd be watching yesterday's low. I would also be watching, if you guys are short here at NQ, which is pushing down nicely, I'd be watching these two levels. Around 23,800 and then back down into 23,760-ish. This is a very nice short, much nicer than gold. Like I said, I don't trade NQ, but this is a great short. Out of everything we've looked at this morning, this is the nicest market to short. Why? Because you have that huge daily breakout yesterday. And you had a nice pullback, you're squeezing lower. This is a really nice short. This is a really, really nice short. How much are we down here? Look at this down. Look at this, 135 points from since 6:30 London time. Look at this. We're down huge. This is a great short. We're been short NQ twice, 2 break evens. It's a nice call. It's a very, very nice call. A very, very nice call. Next target is 23,810. Yep, I like that. I like that. I like that. Goldie. What are we up to here, Goldie? Very, 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 very wiki. Gold is a tough read right now, guys. Gold is a tough read. But we have time. Like I said, we've got time here, guys. Same as yesterday. Gold was very tough in London yesterday, but it was completely expected to be tough. Gold was... why was gold so tough in London? Well, look at the move in Asia. Asia sold off over 1,000 ticks. You ranged for a lot of time. And if you try and trade this on lower time frame, this is where you get chopped up and frustrated and you drain your mental capital and give everything back. These are times where I settle my hands. Same as today on gold. You know, Asia again. The guys trading Asia had the fun. Asia's up 1,000 ticks. So would it be surprising to see gold create some space for 2-3 hours? Not at all. Not at all. You've got to see the markets from that neutral perspective. Although I'd love to see gold break out and I can follow it and get a quick, great trade and we can make loads of money, you have to see the markets from that neutral perspective. What I want to see and what's going to happen are two very different things. If Asia's moved 1,000 ticks, doesn't matter what session it is. If any market move, any time on gold, it's moved 1,000 ticks, you're not going to keep ripping hundreds of ticks. You're going to range. No, it's all good, George. Nice. Which indicator is that, George? Which one? Back to work now. Aaron, have a great day. Yeah, you too, Anthony. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Have a good weekend as well. Yeah. You can see there's no volume in the candles. You can see the candle bodies are tiny on gold. You can see it's very, 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 very low volume. Very low volume on gold right now. So you're going to get poor fills and you're going to get trapped in a sideways market, which we don't want to do. Whereas we can wait for price to break out and then we can follow the market. Same as yesterday on gold. Where was the easiest trade yesterday? Well, look how rangy you were. But you finally came up, you tagged the highs and you closed bearish. So you let the market show you volume, you let the market show you direction, and then what do? We follow it. Simple as that. Same as this on gold. We could have a great breakout to the upside. Then guess what I'll do? I'll just follow it. That's what I want to do here. I don't want to try and predict in these areas and get chopped up all day long. I want to wait for good breakouts with good volume and just follow the markets. Because we can't control these markets. We can't make the markets go up or down. We can just let the markets break out and then we can simply follow it. It is a very, 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 very quiet Friday. Look at silver trying to get back higher. What I would love to see is that break back above 4,450. And I'd buy gold all the way back up into these highs here. And I think that's probably going to be the nicest of trades. The nicest of trades. But I say, if you had a good week, don't give it back here today. If you had a quiet week, you know, don't feel like you have to force anything here today, guys. Yeah, it's roll over on gold as well. And there's not really much on the calendar. I think if you're going to get any news on gold, it's of course going to be into the New York session. Crude moving back higher on the day with short-term bias tilting more to the upside. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Crude. How did we move yesterday? We were kind of, some people were talking about buying crude yesterday in London. But I was actually saying how I don't want to buy crude in London. Why? Because when we were in London, we were here. At any point you pulled back. Look at this. You pulled back for 2 hours. 2 hours you pulled back and then you got that great move. Wow, look at this for a liquidity wick. When was that? Right at market close yesterday. That is crazy. Look at that. Now, if that isn't a liquidity wick, look at that. Down 5% all the way right back down to like $90. How many people do you think would have been swinging this on crude and just got absolutely liquidated with that wick? That is insane. Huge wick rejection. Now breaking back higher. But I mean, crude long still makes sense. It's still looking nice. Nice buy here in Asia. Tag lows, close bullish. Again, breaking out. That's crazy. That is crazy. I didn't see that. That's huge. So you could see crude squeeze up into that 96, but this is where we said yesterday. You know, I said above here is where we don't want to be. We don't want to be buying crude. You want to wait for these pullbacks to happen, and then you want to get in. You know, it's not just going to keep ripping up forever. It's going to pull back. It's going to give you an entry, and then you're going to get your trades. So there's nice bias here on crude at 11 a.m. London time, hourly morning style. Great play. If you guys trade crude, great play. What are we up to here? NQ. NQ still squeezing lower. Goldie's gone to sleep here this morning, guys. I'm not too sure why. But Goldie has gone to sleep. Gold was moving very big here pre-London. Very big. Look at this massive, huge breakout move. You know, gold was up 300 ticks in 10 minutes, and now we've gone to sleep. What I really want to see is maybe come down, grab some lows, and then see if we can long. But right now, this volume is very quiet. Very quiet. It's the quietest we've seen gold in a while. Thank you, having the fun here as well. Anything else you guys are looking at as well? Feel free to send it over. It doesn't have to just be gold. We can look at other markets. Any questions you guys have, shoot them over. We can break it down whilst we're waiting for Goldie to shape up here. It's a very quiet London open to start the day. But remember, guys, it's 8:15 London time. You have all day to trade. All day to trade. And now we're waking up a little bit. Now we're waking up. So we've got Goldie squeezing lower here. So this is the area where I will see if there is either potential support to buy or you break it and squeeze lower. The euro. Yep, we can have a look at the euro. Absolutely. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the euro. How did we close yesterday? So, wow, look at this market. This looks very kind of similar to gold. This looks just so choppy. Yeah, that great move up on Monday. Daily time frame. Let's have a look. Actually, I see intraday price action looks tough. Daily looks great. Tagged highs, closed bearish, easy shorts yesterday, and you're continuing to sell here today. Now, with where we're at on the euro, though, let's have a look. This is a crazy market. This huge rip up, range, slowly just grinds all the way back lower, Now, interesting here on the euro is if you were shorting here pre-London, look at this, perfect evening star, great shorts, but now you're back down at these lows here. Again, it's a make or break level. Do you break this and continue squeezing to come down and retrace this whole entire move up from Monday? Or do you find some support and start to break back higher? I would say to break back higher, to be honest. Again, though, I know it's frustrating and annoying, but in terms of actual opportunities right now in the next hour, I don't see any. I would imagine the euro is kind of slower than gold. The euro could range for quite some time. Look at these, when euro does have a big move, you get these ranges for hours. You did a great sell-off. You ranged from 8 o'clock, look at this, all during Asia, all the way through to London, and then it's like pre-New York, you started moving. So I don't, in terms of actual new opportunities, if you were wanting to trade the euro, you know, ideally you would have been shorting here at 7 a.m. Evening star play, nice breakout, follow the market. So here, markets break out, you follow it. So there's your confirmation, there's your execution. In terms of the euro, I mean, I wouldn't want to be buying against this move down yet. And I also wouldn't want to be shorting this low. Again, it's kind of one of the markets, kind of similar to silver. It's like, well, what do you do right now? Well, you don't want to short this low because, you know, where are you targeting? Where's your stops? It's a sit on your hands kind of market, unfortunately, for the euro. I think it needs a lot of time. Daily was a great short yesterday, though. I would see how you react at this support. Maybe you find support and start to break back high. Who knows? Rather than thinking too much, if you think, you know, the euro can break back higher and start to retrace a lot of this corrective price action, let the markets break out and then simply follow it. New opportunities, I wouldn't be looking for anything down here personally. This could range for a lot of time. A lot of time. DXY is a context tool for gold. What do you think about using the negative correlation? No. For intraday opportunities, no, I don't use it. You can see the DXY go up. You can see gold go up. It isn't helpful for actual day trading entries. Personally, I used to look at the DXY a lot. It's made up of 70% of Euro USD, so it doesn't really tell you anything for gold. But again, if you like to use it, it helps. Fantastic. But for me personally, when I was looking at the DXY more, it was just more things to think about, which doesn't help at all. It's not as if it's going to tell me something that I can't already see on the gold chart. I can see everything I need to see right here on this gold chart. I don't need to look at the US dollar to see what gold's doing. I can see it's right in front of me. It's right here. Personally, this would be personally. I don't like to use it. I used to use it for like swing trading opportunities. Personally, I never look at it anymore. It just gave me more reasons to hesitate, and it didn't help me with any kind of confirmation or confidence for gold. If gold breaks out here, guys, I am open to longs. We've got first 30-minute close coming in 10 minutes here as well. We're below 30-minute lows. We got huge support to the left. I don't want to be a seller here. I want to be a buyer. So I'm going to see if we can get a little bit of a breakout and see if we can take this up for even a retest of that 4,450 level. I feel like gold needs a nice upside liquidity grab. Let's have a look. Where are we? 5 minute here. Super choppy. Markets are very, very choppy this morning. There you go. Your NQ came down to that first low. If you're short there in NQ, probably the nicest run here this morning. You hit the highs, you close bearish. Nice shorts here at 805 down into that range. You guys who trade NQ, nicest short so far here. A little 50-point retracement. Yep. Let's have a look. I haven't looked at this market in a while. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, look at this huge moves here as well. So let's have a look at the higher time frame. Huge breakout yesterday. Look at this massive wick rejection here on the daily time frame. So I would see if you can roll this over back down into excuse me, back down into yesterday's lows. Very similar to NQ. Finally a winning trade. Nice. I would want to be shorting this market. I would be looking to short back down into the lows, back down here, around that 52,000 level. There's been a lot of pre-market, pre-London moves here on the euro in here as well. You know, you've already had a huge breakout. So if you do short here, you just have to worry about the risk roll, because this is the only real range I'd be looking to play. And then maybe you get it back down into these lows here from, yeah, kind of right down to that 52,000 level. Looks nice. I'm not too sure, Bruno. I'm not too sure what that is. Maybe? Maybe it is. I don't actually know. What are you up to, gold? Goldie's still squeezing lower here. Let's see. Still squeezing lower. So we got this 30-minute close coming in 5 minutes here, guys. If you're short this hourly flip here on gold, because that hourly close bearish. If you are short this hourly flip, this is where I would have to be open to managing. Because look at the dotted line. That's where price is right now. Look to the left. Big wicks, big wicks, big support, resistance, resistance, support, resistance. So it's a big make or break level right now on gold, with a nice double top setting above. We were coming for that sort of retracement that we spoke at when we very first started. It's that inverse head and shoulders. To me, it's just not worth. It's just not worth selling. I'm not looking to take that spool of move. I want the nice move coming in here, and the lower time frame price actually just very choppy, very choppy. I don't like the look of the market this morning here, guys. Being honest, I really don't like the look of these markets. 30-minute close coming in 5 minutes here, guys. This could be where gold starts to pick up some volume. If this 5-minute close is bearish, cool. You'll get a nice 30-minute breakout. If we wick back above, you'll get that 30-minute holding previous lows. Short at 7:30 on a combine. Nice. 7:30. Where was that from, man? 7:30. Back up here. Here. This one. See, now you got gold breaking down. Now we're waking up. Now we're waking up, Goldie. There's that short. How much have we moved here at London Open? How much are we down? 100 ticks. Not bad. Not bad. Let's see. 30-minute close should hopefully paint a bit of a better picture. Like I said, you know, we base trades on this hour based on the previous hour. The previous hour didn't really show me too much. So yeah, we did close bearish, but you left the double top. Didn't really grab any highs right into support. I will post the, you guys who are waiting for the interview with Tom as well, I will post it. It should be coming out in 5 minutes as well. It should be scheduled to go out at, yeah, 9:30. I'll send in the link here when it does as well. There's a very good listen. A very good listen. I say Tom's gone from 0 to 12 payouts in 2 months. It's crazy. Crazy. Yeah, look at this. Look at this short. These markets are moving now. NQ has to be the greatest short so far here in terms of this current hour. Silver also now squeezing lower, but again, coming right down into resistance, so big make or break level. Let's see this 30 close here on gold, guys. Tom should be given a masterclass on his trading. Yeah, so exactly, Tom. Yeah, it's also in the masterclass we're in. Everything Tom did is what you have right here. There's no secret. There's just different struggles to overcome, but the technical plan is everything we're doing right here. Everything we're doing right here. Yeah, exactly. It's just how people implement it, whether you implement it or not. Exactly. Most people just don't, unfortunately. But if you do implement it, and you do take it serious, you do the things that you really know you should be doing, you guys can all get to that level. You say 12 payouts in 2 months is incredible. And there's no reason why all of you guys can't do that. It's something to absolutely work towards. But we go over a lot as well. Like I say, Tom was struggling in just December in a very dark place on trading to now completely changed it around. And that's what's most impressive. Nice, that was nice. So you got gold setting off here, guys. All of a sudden looks like an easy sell, but in reality you were just chopping and chopping and chopping. It's not my short here on gold. I'm happy to miss this move. I don't care to catch these little scrap moves. I want the nice easy move. To me right now on gold, it's difficult for me to read this higher time frame, because what I'm not too sure what's going to happen on gold, and it can wick at any point, is if you're going to hold this area and squeeze higher, or you break it and go short. It's a make or break level. What I really want to see for the day on gold is if we do break this, fantastic. You know, then I'll just short it. Or we could easily reject from here, then great, then I'll buy it. But in this area, it's kind of like a make or break level where to me it's pretty 50-50. It's like I could scalp a couple of ticks, but I'm not really here to scalp a couple of ticks. I want the easy, clean day trade. A very dark place, exactly, man. A very dark place, and absolutely overcome it, which is amazing, man. That's the most impressive part. Yeah, 4 hour on gold. Yep. Again, this is why the 4 hour is tough on gold, because you had that great breakout in Asia. Look at this. You had a A great breakout. Nice morning star play. Gold's up 1,000 ticks. 1,200. So if you break back below, then fantastic. You know, we can short gold all the way back down into 4,300. But the only way I will take that big of a short on gold is if the market showed me more of a breakout. And then, like I said, then I'll just follow it. But in here, I'm like, are we going to hold this sort of inverse head and shoulders and come up and grab this double top? Or are we just going to break back below and continue selling? I don't really know. So therefore, I have to let the markets just show me more. And I'm absolutely okay to wait for that. I don't feel the need to force anything or if I don't see anything right now, that's absolutely okay. Same as you guys. If you jump on, you don't really see that much, that's okay. To me, at any point, gold can wick all the way back above and you come for that nice buy. That's the real move I want to see here. That's the real move I want to see here. Oh, it's live, Tom. It's live. Let me see here. Let me show you guys the link. You guys can go and watch. You guys can go check out the interview with Tom right here. Like I say, Tom's gone from 0 payouts to 12 payouts in the last 12 payouts in the last 2 months from Topstep. You guys want to check it out? It's live right now. It is live right now. There you go, Tom. There you go. Check it out, man. Tom's first time hopping on like properly in front of a camera as well. So it's a weird thing to talk in front of a camera and talk to me. So Tom did an amazing job. So go check out that interview with Tom there. It's a very, very, very good one. Nervous to watch it back now. You're amazing, Tom. It was amazing, man. It was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic, man. NQ by far the nicest short here. Gold and silver to me, I don't like here, guys. NQ is the nicest short. It's fortunately just not the market I trade. What I really want to see here is gold wick back above these lows and you buy back up into this liquidity high here. So you got buys on gold back above the 40s. You got sells on gold if you break like 115. And anything in between, I know it's annoying. It's just not going to be my trade. I'm more than happy to not take it. And salt iron. Speaking of crypto, let's Bitcoin. I was looking for Bitcoin to come down to some lows. I'm looking for a potential longer term buy level on crypto, but not from here. I'd like to see Bitcoin come back down to like 60s before I consider a long term buy. What do we do here on the weekly? Came up, hit 75, closed bearish, now squeezing low. Yeah, I think you could see Bitcoin over the next few weeks back down at 60s, which then it would potentially get interesting. Potentially get interesting. All right, YouTube guys, I will just keep it short and sweet here today, guys. Like I say, I don't really like this this gold market at all. All I'm really waiting to see is just some sort of breakout. But I really don't like these markets here today, guys. Like I didn't really like it yesterday, and I'm happy to sat out and I saved myself hours of just complete chop and unnecessary ranges. So for me on gold, guys, I like the double top targets. I like the longs. I don't like any trades right now on gold, and that's okay. All you need to do is just know when to trade and when not trade. And for me, this is a time where I want to walk away. If this current hourly on gold wicks back above, then maybe 9, 10 a.m. you get the longs, or if it just completely breaks out, then fine. I'll follow the markets on the daily bias into the shorts. But right now, I personally, guys, I don't see too much, and I'm more than happy to just sit on my hands and wait. Like I say, guys, I did post an interview with Tom. If you guys want to check it out, it's a great, great, great watch. Tom went from being in a incredibly dark place in trading just in December to now has taken 12 payouts from Topstep in the last 2 months. So I did an interview with Tom. If you guys want to check it out, there is the link right there. Feel free to check it. Yeah, the gold rollover makes it weird to trade today. Yeah, it's not a nice market to trade right now, guys. And we don't need to be in multiple trades every single time a day. We need quality over quantity. I don't really see quality right now, guys. So for me personally, I'm more than happy to just sit on my hands and wait. See if you get something close in your session. I'll keep you guys posted on X as well. And I'll see you in the comments of Tom's YouTube video. So trade safe today, guys. Good to jump on with you. End the week off strong. We'll do it all over again next week and see what we get. Trade safe. Have an amazing weekend, guys. I will talk to you all soon. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.